All right, hey everyone, my name is Jess again. I'm a first year student. I believe that social justice is present in all our lives. Our identities and stories are something that's important to us, and no one can take that away from you. Like I said earlier, it's important to focus on the 3 A's when it comes to projects being taken out the next year, which is accessibility, accountability, and affordability. Through United Filipino Club, our struggles are interconnected with other historically marginalized groups, and that's something that we can build a connection through. And it is through being united that we can overcome barriers and understand challenges that face us every day, because now is the time to stand up, speak up, and show up. Thank you.
What does it mean to be a millennial in 2017? Well, from my understanding, on one end, it means that you have to learn how to appreciate a good meme. But on the other end, it also means striving towards being, as we say, woke AF. But then that leads to the question of what does woke even mean? And there lies the truth that achieving a woke status is not fixed or permanent. We are imperfect, privileged human beings who have begun this journey of social change. We have held many conversations, have proved our ability to be critical of the cruel and racist world that we live in. We have awakened, and we are woke. So the real question I would like to strive towards answering is, can we stay woke?
Hi. So my question is, how will you bridge the issues in the Philippines and the issues in the U.S., as well as make it relevant for the general members, especially those who are non-Filipino?
I guess today, as we can see with the current political landscape, 2 issues that are really important right now are immigration and civil rights. When it comes to social justice and political engagement, it's important for us as Filipinos to understand that we might have direct struggles, or we might have direct challenges with those issues. And it's important for those that are not Filipino to understand that that's currently being at place within the landscape right now. So talking about that and just understanding the differences that everyone has and trying to weave it together is something that's important.
For me, I would change the rhetoric and the language around the conversations that we have dealing with issues that are prevalent in the Philippines and that's prevalent in the United States. Because I've noticed with most conversations, we reach this level of depth that can't be fully immersed or resonate well with all of us because we don't really know how to use the proper language or to be intentional with everything that we do. So I think branching into that and recognizing that the Filipino identity is intersectional in a sense that we come from different provinces, we come from different regions, and there are multiple areas, and the ancestry of our background is diverse in the sense that we come from different areas, so understanding that, I think would help.
The next question is, how will you engage members of the club who are not socially or politically active, and in what other ways could you collaborate with other clubs to create events such as the Sambaksa?
I guess it's important to understand the other identities that are in the room. Just knowing that everyone has a voice and being able to advocate for that voice, not only in UFC, but at SU. In terms of collaborating with other student groups, we have collaborated this year with Isang Bagsak, with Mecha, and I think it's important down the line that we also focus on other, I guess, movements out there, such as the Black Lives Matter movement, collaborating with the Black Student Union, the African Student Union, and also other groups on campus that don't really have much of a say in what's going on around campus, and just trying to have them collaborate with us to know that there's strength in numbers.
I think jumping off of what Jess said, also providing, because there's a difference between safe and brave spaces. So making that very clear and providing that brave space for people to hold conversations, to talk about the intersectionality between their identities and what it means to hold more than just the Filipino identity, and to not only just celebrate the Filipino heritage, but also other parts of ourselves that are just as equally important. And with branching out with other clubs, highlighting what makes their identity so beautiful in a sense, and showing that collectively we're a lot stronger as a mass than individually.
As a newly established aspect of UFC, and given that all members vary on how politically versed they are, how do you plan on educating members without making club members feel forced to adhere to a certain belief system?
I recently learned a new strategy, and it's called calling people in. It's a difference between calling people out. And when you do that, it's focusing more on using I statements and showing people how personally their actions are affecting you. So when we provide a space for people to recognize that the mistakes that they do are ultimately like hindering us from moving forward as a community, then I think that will help us or help people be more comfortable having those conversations and talking more about how their identities are interconnected.
Yeah, and just going off of what Delcine said, just having that availability and safe space for all members, regardless of if they're Filipino or not. Also just focusing on like the ways that we can be more inclusive towards the different identities that we are not really used to. And for those that aren't really politically inclined, just knowing that it's more important to educate rather than to advocate if you feel uncomfortable or in such a way that you don't want to, I guess, be more out there. So I guess just providing that as a resource for others is truly important.
Okay, thank you.